Since 1857, deep within the frozen valleys of the Arctic, a ship is trapped between towering walls of ice. Captain Anderson orders his exhausted crew to keep breaking the ice to free the vessel. As they work through the brutal cold, the ship's doctor rushes to the captain. He has seen something unusual far across the white landscape. A strange red glow. Fire. The captain takes a small team and heads toward the light. When they arrive, they see blood splattered across the snow. A few steps further, they discover a nearly frozen man lying unconscious. His name is Victor. Before they can process what happened, a deafening roar shakes the ice. They drag Victor back to the ship and stand guard around him with rifles ready. Suddenly, a gigantic figure appears through the mist. A monstrous being, immune to bullets, climbs onto the ship. It demands they hand Victor over, but the crew refuses. The captain shoots the ice beneath the creature, causing it to fall into the freezing water. For the moment, the ship is safe. Victor finally wakes and, trembling, whispers, "He will return. He cannot die, because I created him." He begins to tell his story. Victor was the son of the renowned surgeon Leopold, a strict, cold man who mistreated his wife and beat Victor for the smallest mistake. When Victor's mother died during childbirth, he was left scarred forever. That day he vowed to uncover the secrets of life and death. As he grew, Victor traveled the world studying medicine. In one experiment, he succeeded in making a stitched piece of tissue move through electricity, but his professor rejected him, calling it an insult to God. Soon after, a brilliant mind named Heinrich approached Victor with an offer to build a secret laboratory together. Hungry for knowledge, Victor agreed immediately. They converted an abandoned castle into their lab. Victor began collecting the best body parts from executed criminals, carefully selecting every piece. He didn't just want to create life, he wanted to create a new kind of human. Meanwhile, Victor grew close to Elizabeth, the fiancée of his brother William. She admired nature and science, and Victor found himself falling for her. But she rejected him, forcing Victor deeper into his obsession. One stormy night, Victor finally assembled his masterpiece. Using lightning, he attempted to revive it. When the creature didn't move, Victor collapsed in despair. But at dawn, he opened his eyes, and the creature was standing over him, alive. Victor slowly taught it to walk, to listen, to recognize light and sound. It behaved like a child, innocent, curious, but dangerously strong. It could repair itself quickly and possessed immense power. But Victor, horrified by what he had made, began to fear it. He shouted at it, even beat it, becoming exactly like his father. Soon after, William and Elizabeth arrived at the castle and discovered the creature. Elizabeth felt pity, while Victor called it a failed experiment, and decided it must be destroyed. He chained it inside the lab and set the place on fire. The castle exploded. Victor escaped. The creature survived. Burned, injured, and alone, the creature wandered through forests. It lived among animals, fought hunters, and survived gunshots. Eventually, it found a blind old man and a little girl. Observing them from a distance, it learned kindness. It helped them secretly, carrying firewood, fixing their fence, protecting them from wolves. One day, the blind man extended his arms and embraced it. For the first time in its life, the creature felt love. Later, it returned to the ruins of the castle, where it discovered Victor's journals, learning the truth about its creation. When it returned to the cottage, it found the blind man attacked and dying. Heartbroken and filled with rage, it killed the wolves responsible. But when villagers saw it, they called it a monster and shot it. Even then, it survived. Now, it realized something. If it was cursed to live forever, it needed someone like itself. Meanwhile, Victor lived with a prosthetic leg after the explosion. Haunted by nightmares of the creature, he drowned in guilt. During William's wedding night, Victor visited Elizabeth one last time. When he left her room, the creature emerged from the shadows. "Make me a companion," it demanded. Victor refused. The creature raged, smashing the room. Elizabeth rushed in, recognizing the creature. She softened. But Victor, panicking, fired his gun. The bullet missed the creature. It hit Elizabeth. She died in Victor's arms. Devastated beyond words, the creature lifted her lifeless body and ran into the wilderness. William died accusing Victor for everything. In a dark cave, the creature kissed Elizabeth's forehead and said, "In this world, I belonged nowhere, except beside you." And she slipped away forever. Victor eventually found him. The creature, broken, whispered, "End my suffering, or chase me until one of us is gone." Then it disappeared into the icy tunnels. Victor followed, through forests, mountains, and across oceans, until their final confrontation led them to the Arctic. Back on the ship, the creature returns. It grabs the captain, but Victor shouts, "Leave them. It is me you want." The creature releases the captain and tells the crew its entire story, its loneliness, its pain, the cruelty it faced, and how the world made it a monster. It looks at Victor one last time. "You created my body, but the world broke my heart." Victor attacks. The two clash on the ice, battered by freezing winds. In the struggle, the creature catches Victor before he falls. Enough. My vengeance is complete. I cannot let you go. And together, they fall into the endless white void. No one knows whether they lived or died. Only the story remains. The tale of a man who tried to control life, and a creation who wanted only to be loved.